Welcome everybody. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at these two pliers here, and I've already been doing some videos on these already, which may come out before or after this, because I like KNIPEX stuff. KNIPEX, as the factory workers say. And been carrying both of these the last week or so now, and I love both. But, you know, it's like this video is going to be about like which one is more comprehensive, and I'm going to get right to the nitty gritty here. I think the 5-inch Cobra pliers are going to be, if you had to pick one of these two, the 5-inch Cobra pliers or the 6-inch twin grips, the Cobra pliers come out on top. I really think these are the more versatile pair of pliers that you can have. Like, they just open up wider. They're more pocketable when you do have them crimped down. I like to close it all the way down and then knock it out to that first groove there. The handles come together just a little bit more narrow, and the head still comes together, and just very pocketable. For me, I carry this in my hitch and timber pocket tool organizer right here, and then throw this in my back pocket. It's got a lot of stuff in it, but you know, you can just throw this down in your pocket by itself too. And I love these things. Been carrying these for over 2 years now. My dad bought these me at the local electrical supply place, and I've used these on the car, around the house, at the job site, not at the job site, but at my workplace. And these suckers have just been fantastic and amazing. But for the last little bit, I've been carrying these along with these because been wanting to try them out. This is the smallest twin grip that KNIPEX makes. I've said KNIPEX for so long, it's going to come through. Sorry, people. But this is the smallest one they make. This is a 6-inch version, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches long. And I love these. These are absolutely fantastic. I do think they could make a 5-inch version pretty easy just by knocking this down. Because if you're making it 5 inches, you're not needing it to really go in far to deep places. You just want straight on pliers. And I think they could figure out a way to shorten this straight bit here to get that inch down to make this a 5-inch plier, but still keep the same size head and make it maybe more versatile than this in a way. But 6 inches, it's still pocketable, still handy, but it's on that borderline of like not quite being able to get there all the way. So, yeah, take it for what you will. But been using these for a while now, and granted, they don't open up nearly as wide as a KNIPEX plier, KNIPEX Cobra plier. Definitely not as wide, but you're not getting it for the width as much. Because if you're going in wide on something like that, you can usually get to it with these little channel lock style pliers. This, you're just wanting a straight on pair of pliers. And the reason why they call it twin grip is because you can grab stuff from the side like this. Let me get it down to its proper sizing here. You can grab stuff from the side super well like you would with a normal pair of pliers, but these have a little secret to them. They have the tippy top tip groove hollowed out here, and with some very strong grooves thrown in lengthwise here for straight on grabbing and twisting. Like, that is grabbing on super tight. Like, these are so good. I've used these at work and on the car a little bit already. Just being able to go on straight with these to get nuts and bolts is just so fantastic. And even though these are the 6-inch plier size, these are super capable. Now, I do not have the 8-inch KNIPEX ones. I have the 8-inch Icon pliers from Harbor Freight, and these suckers are phenomenally awesome. Love them. I can see the similarities between these and the KNIPEX pliers, but these are super good. And I found out that KNIPEX made these smaller recently. I'm a little late to the game on this. I know these have been out for a little over a year or so now, but finally got my hands on one of these, and I love it. These things are awesome. You know, they carry the same features down to a smaller size. Like, you have this is not a wire. I have a janky little tool chest, or not tool chest, but just a desk of knickknacks up here but you can grab stuff straight on from the front. And I know this is flat wire, but you've got this little wire groove right here in the plier head. You can see it when it's closed better, but you can put little wire in there to bend it for electrical outlets and stuff. But man, that just crimps on and bends wire and stuff like you wouldn't believe. And I just love having that straight on pinching ability that these give you, getting it into that groove to really just pinch and grab and lock on. And specifically with nuts and bolts, just being able to go straight onto those is just absolutely phenomenal. You cannot do that with the Cobra pliers. The Cobra pliers, you have to be satisfied with reaching in at an angle around something to grab something, or just getting that extra leverage that you get being able to press down on the handle and just have it lock on to the nut and bolt like that. You know, each are good in their own right. But if I was to suggest a plier for you to carry in your day-to-day, be kind of a one and done, or at least a one to get you started, I'd recommend the Cobra pliers. They're just so versatile, so handy, just so delightfully fun to use. Even you're going to look for reasons to use these things. But like, I gotta say that with KNIPEX stuff, you're going to look for a reason to pull this tool out and use it. And it's just a wonderful company that makes wonderful equipment. But I do highly recommend getting a pair of these if you've been considering it, and especially if you have a tool pouch where this isn't going to take up a lot of space in a pouch or something. Get you a pair. But I rock just 5-pocket jeans a lot. I drop these down in the front pocket with my Travax wallet, and they just share the space quite nicely in the pocket, and it's just wonderful. So it's kind of, this is just more of a rambly video, but if you're looking for the best pliers around, you know, you've got the various KNIPEX lineup here. And I think any one of these is good, but this is not really part of the video because it's not quite the same features that these two have. Like, these are more pliers. This is more of a wrench that has plier handles. So, you know, take that for what you will. Which that is an absolutely phenomenal tool also. But between the KNIPEX Cobra pliers, the 5-inch versions, and they do make 6-inch versions as well. They make a 4, 5, 6, 7.5, I think, and then up, something like that. And then you got the 6, 8, and 10-inch versions of these. These are just absolutely phenomenal. I love them. They're super handy. They are directional, like the Cobras are. The teeth on these do point certain directions, like on the top here, they're pointing this way. On the bottom, they're pointing this way. So that would mean if I'm wanting to loosen a bolt, I would hold it like that, so that when I turn, the teeth bite into that nut and just chomp and go along with it. But these things are just absolutely phenomenal. You can grab onto round things with them. You can grab onto hex nuts. You can grab onto pretty much anything that is grabbable. You can even go straight on with these. That's nice. That's the nice thing with that little wire bender notch. Also, you know, for bending wires, is also handy as when you go to open it, to just kind of like lock on. If you can't quite get it into the groove of the pliers there, having that little notch there just helps lock it on that way. Just a little something extra. But you can go down deeper and bite and stuff. These are just fantastic little pliers. If you haven't heard about these, now you have. If you have heard about them, you know, go look at the other reviews on YouTube. I'm probably one of the jankier reviewers on here when it comes to these tools, but you know, maybe I said something that someone else didn't. Maybe it brings it to your attention, but I would pair these two up. That's how I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm just going to, you know, one is not better than the other. I would say this one is better than this. Just, it's more versatile, but it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a lot of square-on bolts and stuff, where you're reaching in for bolts and stuff, this is fantastic. Get this over this. But between the two, yeah, I think the Cobras do win the battle. But the twin grips are a very close second. These things are quite good. I love them. And I don't see myself ditching them out of the rotation anytime soon. I think they're going to stick around for quite a while. So, with that said, I hope you liked the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought something to your attention that you hadn't seen before. And until the next time, farewell, carry well, and a bye-bye.